Are you someone who is hitting invisible walls? You want to do something, you have a plan, you're like, yes, I'm going for it. But then again and again, there's something that makes it not fully working. It just, weeks go by and the plan is not being executed or moving forward in any way. And this video is for you. I've been hitting some invisible walls lately, and yesterday in the live stream, and I will put a link below, somebody asked the same question. I was like, oh wow, that's interesting. Actually, I also was hitting an invisible wall. Now, the Akashic Records gave her an answer in that live stream that was very profound. I'm going to share the answer with you. But after that, I started to do it myself. And then my experience was very profound. So I also would love to share that with you. So the answer basically that they said yesterday was, if you hit an invisible wall, stay with that feeling. Don't move, don't find solutions, don't overanalyze. Stay with the wall. Even though it's invisible, you will feel that something is holding you back or is pressing against you. Stay there. Be present with that. That is actually the message that life wants to give you. So by you just being present with that wall and just like, okay, I feel there is something here not letting me move forward. What is that? Let me see what that is. Let me see what I can discover. Of course, one thing that we have to do then is we need to kind of detach from our emotions. We still need to feel them. But if we start to get a lot of stories from the past, like, oh, this is always happening when I try to do something, and oh my God, it will never work because is this thing in my field. When these emotions start to overwhelm you, it's going to be very hard to be open and curious to why this wall is actually here. So let the emotions be there, no problem. But stay curious and open. Allow this wall to be seen. And just by doing that, and by asking the questions in the moment that come up, the wall will show you why it is there in the first place. Now that was the answer. And in the evening after that answer was received, I was laying in bed and I was actually, yeah, my invisible wall is not fully dissolved. Let me see what it was. So I was able to go back to the topic where I was hitting an invisible wall, and which was actually sharing, which actually was doing now. I felt like such an invisible wall for the last weeks. I knew it was time for me to start sharing, but there was always this, yeah, and then other things happened, and a week would go by, didn't share, didn't post anything. It was just like, didn't work out. Until yesterday's insight came fully into fruition. And that was so beautiful. So what happened? I'm going to share you the whole thing. I want to just be completely transparent. I felt a wall, especially on my chest. So I was thinking of the topic of sharing and sharing a lot of content. I felt especially my chest here. I was like, okay, let me be curious. Where does this wall stop? And I felt the lines kind of around here. And then it went back, but it continued in this direction. And then again, I felt like a wall. And then, so it was like in 3D space, I felt something of solidness holding me, and then there, and then there, and it kept on going. I could follow it, and it felt like an infinite kind of line with all these things in between. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. So I was just continuous being curious, like, what is this? How does it feel? Which form does it have? Which material is it from? I was just, curious, like a child that's truly exploring a new environment. Maybe a child who never was in a wooden bungalow before, and all of a sudden he sees a wooden wall for the first time, and he's just like, whoa, let me check. So I was just literally checking it like that. And eventually I didn't know what it was. I felt it was big, it was infinite. It felt even if I would overcome this one, I would be then hit back to another one. And if I would overcome that one, it felt like an infinite hold almost. So eventually I just had the whole thing in my awareness, and I asked, what does this mean? What does this wall wants to tell me? And the thing that happened after that was so spacey and so true, and I'm so happy I saw it. Oof. As soon as I asked that question, I saw a lot of text appearing on these side panels. I saw like text, different words. And then all of a sudden, it was a little bit too fast to read, but all of a sudden the whole wall broke down. And then the words came to me. And the words were, "It's not about you. It has never been about you. It is about them. Make it fully about them." And I was like, whoa. And I saw that my motivations for sharing for the last couple of weeks were self-interested. They were like, "Oh, I built this new community. Let me get people into the community. Oh, I would love to, bring more awareness on that and more awareness on this." But it was more like, "Hey, look at my creations. Look at what I created." It was not at all about you and your journey and your story and how I can help you and how you can be helped by this video. I was like, of course, it is never about me. Yeah, if people resonate, of course they can come, but it's not about that. It's about me offering insight and help to you. So that however you find this video, if somehow you have been hitting an invisible wall, which I think you have because you clicked on this, then this might be of service to you. So that was my insight. Now, your insight can be very different, right? Like, it's not about my insight as well. I just want to tell you the story, what happened for me when I started to truly be curious about what am I actually hitting here, and staying in the room with it instead of deflecting it, avoiding it, numbing myself, or overanalyzing. I was just like, okay, something weird that I cannot see is holding me back. Let me just find out what this thing is. And that thing was that I'm not able to share out of a state of personal gain. I never been working like that, but because of the communities that I've built, and it was a lot of work and I felt like I need to promote it, my focus somehow shifted to that, and all of a sudden I was not able to share anymore. And this invisible wall was to show me a very important lesson. Now, I'm never gonna forget this. Like, it was so amazing. It was such a incredible visual, and also when it all came down with all these words coming at me, it was so intense, it was so trippy in a way, but the message was crystal clear. I'm not here to make content for me or for views or for community members. I am here to be of service to you. I'm here to help you. I'm here, like, my personal journey can help others, and your personal journey can help others too. And this was a message for me to show me, never run on personal gain. That's not your fuel. You will not be able to create anything from this state. You only will be able to create when you truly have the intention that you can help somebody else. It clicked, everything clicked. So this is why I'm making this video, and my continuation of videos is all gonna be just like from a pure intention of helping you. I cannot create otherwise, I just discovered. So I'm really curious, what is your invisible wall telling you? If I want to give you some very practical advice, it would be to take some time for yourself, or sit in silence. And if silence is very difficult for you, some sound healing music, and just sit or lay down in bed and reimagine where that visible wall when it comes up. What is that thing that you're trying to create, but it's somehow not happening? Bring that in your field and start feeling where you get stopped. And as soon as you get stopped, start getting very curious. What is going on here? What does this thing want to tell me? Your awareness and subconscious mind and body and everything is just so powerful. It is here to actually give you profound messages. And this invisible wall might be your next profound message that you need to see and observe along this journey. So may this help you. I wish you a beautiful increase of awareness and beautiful focus to really look at this, so that we can be unlocked in our journey and back into our alignment. Okay, thank you for watching, dear. Good luck with that. And if you need any more help, the comments below, I read them all. I try to respond to them all too. So I will be here to be of support to you. Much love.